Walking home, Yu was stopped by an older-looking woman on the street, calling out his name. Bending over, she asks if he was just coming back from cram school and if he was free right now. She was blushing softly as she asked him all of this, a loving expression on her face and a sweet tone in her voice. She tells Yu that she has games at her house, if he wants to come over. Turning as he walks, Yu awkwardly looks at her before exclaiming, "What the heck? Get away from me!" Seeing this incident, a passerby called the police. The officer, stopping the two, asks to see some ID. After looking at the ID, the officer asks if the pair are really classmates. Red from embarrassment and almost in tears, Kana, the tall girl, explains that she's Yu's classmate, which is why she showed the officer her student ID. With a trembling voice, she says that calling a young girl suspicious is mean. She adds that even Yu has been mean recently because he's avoiding her. Yu explains that he's been avoiding Kana for this reason. Things always end up like this when they're together. His small stature and young appearance next to Kana's tall frame and more mature appearance causes all sorts of trouble. He almost whispers that it's not like he hates Kana though. Years before, Yu had saved little Kana from a bully called Takashi. Little Kana thanks Yu for the help, and now Takashi won't be mean to her anymore. She then confesses that she loves Yu. Will he marry her when they grow up? Yu, taken aback, says that he helped because Takashi was annoying him, not to save her. He then pauses, and umming, until finally saying that he guesses he'll think about marrying her for now. A few years later, on the day of the school's opening ceremony, Kana spotted Yu in the street and embraced him, a loving look on her face. She greets him good morning, adding that she's surprised how good he looks in his school uniform. It's so cool. Yu, surprised and embarrassed, tells Kana to stop being so clingy, stop it. Frustrated, he says out of the two of them, only Kana grew up as Yu was still only around 5'1", while Kana shot up to almost 5'9". Not only had Kana grown in height, but she also matured in appearance too. Walking home, Kana catches up with Yu and drapes herself over his back, asking if he wants to walk home with her like they did when they were little kids. Feeling Kana's assets on his back, Yu tells Kana to let him go, they aren't kids anymore. Unable to break free, he complains that Kana has now gotten even stronger than him. With an odd look on her face, and now breathing heavily, Kana says that she understands now. Yu can't beat her strength, meaning he can't escape her. Startled, Yu warns Kana weakly that she shouldn't think of anything weird, but it seemed to be too late, as she makes a suspicious moan in his ear, leaving Yu blushing awkwardly. While walking home together, a sudden downpour catches both of them, soaking them to the bone. Realizing that something needs to be done, Yu tells Kana that she can come to his house, dry her clothes, and then head home after the rain stops. Kana, hearts fluttering around her, asks if it's really okay. She then sweetly adds that Yu is just so kind to her. He tries to explain it away, saying that if she gets soaked any further, everything will be visible and she'll stand out. Little did he know, he gave away the real reason why he wouldn't look at her in this heavy rain. Coming out of the shower in a change of clothes, Kana thanks Yu for his help and for letting her borrow his clothes. With love pouring out from her, she asks if this is like borrowing my boyfriend's t-shirt moment that couples have. Kana couldn't be more blatantly in love with Yu if she tried. Yu, with his back to Kana, panics as the clothes he lent her were too small, resulting in them being unintentionally revealing due to their size difference. Blush streaked across his face, he internally thinks that he doesn't know where to look.